I got an ankle bully graveyard. Give me your ankles to bury them.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Well, we have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Brooklyn Nets come in for this one. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's out on the road tomorrow as the Spurs wrap up this home stretch. And, of course, Kyle Korver. This will be their second game without him.
And Kevin, he was an important player for him. I think more than people give him credit for. And that's not to say the trade was a mistake, but this is a guy they'll miss.
So the Nets starting five. We've got Conley. Jokic is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Brown, and it's Barnes, and at the 3 spot. Now here's Teague. Up top, Porzingis. Jokic defending. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Well, I tell you what, if you're a fan of the Nets, you've got to like the job the front office has done. When they took over the team, it was stuck in a quagmire of losing. Now, the fans have some hope as they're building towards success.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for this Brooklyn front office, they've done a good job with what they started with.
Yeah, and even though they've taken nice small steps forward every season, complacency has to be stiff-armed and held back. The GM wants to preach impatience and doesn't want the team to feel full or satisfied.
Now here's Conley, coming off a solid outing against Miami. 4 on the shot clock. And that's an air ball, not even close. On the wing, Williams lets the 3 fly. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala.
Boy, the unselfishness of Iguodala is really admirable. A forward with excellent vision, has a feel for when one of his guys is open.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
That one good for 2.
Hey, Teague's not a big guy, but he's not really pint-sized. Nonetheless, impressive work for the little fella to get it done inside.
Conley feeling it out. Back to Jokic for 3. The shot, no good. Now San Antonio takes it the other way. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
And that was not an easy game for them. I mean, they barely hung on at the end of regulation before they were able to pull it out in overtime.
And it could turn out to be one of their biggest wins of the season. I mean, just because of the way they came through when it mattered most. That's clutch play that could serve them well going forward.
And here is Barnes following Porzingis' 3. Releases. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic. You know, for those in the MVP conversation, sometimes what they do late in the season, Clark seems to sway the voters the most.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin, that's a great point, and I think you're right on it. Part of it is we all have a tendency to be prisoners of the present. I'm guilty of that as well. When I've seen a team or player perform at a high level, that's what's most in my mind. But you have to force yourself to, again, look at the totality and the consistency of one's performance, particularly when you're talking about these high individual honors.
And Jokic slams it in.
At his size, Jokic a threat to throw it down, showing you how dominant he can be inside.
Teague kicks to Embiid. No good that time. Good defense by Jokic. And there's the call on Joel Embiid. That is his first foul of the game. 44 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Conley against Teague. Brown kicks to Jokic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Jokic has got 7. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Iguodala finds Porzingis. 19 seconds left here in the first quarter. In transition, here come the Nets. Nobody near Barnes. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
One thing you don't want to let Barnes do is get comfortable in the open floor. I mean, he's outstanding at running past the opposition in transition.
So at the end of one quarter of play, still a close game. Nets. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of him.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Yeah, nice beginning so far. This is how you play out of the gate.
Iguodala out there with Porzingis, and there's Teague, and there's Embiid, and it's Williams at the 2. That's the San Antonio 5. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, it is the era of positionless basketball, but how exactly did we get here? Well, new defensive rules at the turn of the century encouraged face-up scoring, motion-based offense, and guard play over isolation and post-ups. As a result, offensive roles have become more interchangeable.
It has become a positionless game now. David, thank you very much. Here's Brown, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Williams against Brown. Over in the corner, Randall. Just 5 to shoot over Porzingis, and it doesn't even draw iron. Spurs leading by 5. And there's so much speculation early in Embiid's career if he would even pan out. It's become clear, Clark, that he was worth the wait.
Well, it was all injury related in terms of the questions because he sat out his first 2 years in the league with some type of injury. Those injury concerns, really the only reason that people question him. The talent, the size, and you love his personality as well. But this guy has tremendous skills, and he's going to be an all-star for years to come if he's healthy.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Teague dishes to Iguodala. Porzingis against Randall. Fades back. Porzingis can't hit. And it's Conley with the ball for Brooklyn. Nothing offensively yet from them in the second quarter. On this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season. Now here's Teague. The pass to Williams. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Obviously, the game is played with a more wide-open style now, Clark. Name a few old-school bigs who continue to make an impact.
Well, I like what Andre Drummond does. The big fella's a glass-eating machine. Still needs to refine his moves and shooting touch, but his athleticism and rebounding off the charts. Blake Griffin stands out as well. Highly skilled, very, very athletic. Steven Adams, obviously a big guy who plays an old-school game, rim protector, finisher, good hands, great strength. Dwight Howard, you know, he's on the backside of his career, but you think about what he was able to do in his prime as a shot blocker, rebounder, finisher. He's got some old-school qualities as well.
Here's Conley following the score by Lou Williams. He had a nice open look right there. Randall's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And with that 3 ball, he puts a halt to the 12-point run by the Spurs.
Teague surveying the D. Embiid inside. He's against Jokic. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And Embiid has an excellent feel for the game, including how and when to pass the ball.
Conley kicks to Randall. To the inside. Brown. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Conley against Teague. Pass to Porzingis from past the arc, and that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got 4 assists now tonight.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here is Conley. The 3 from Barnes. That one doesn't drop. And that does it for the first half of play. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome. There was no stopping Kristaps Porzingis in the first half. He had 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 1 assist. An extremely potent first 2 quarters for him. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played? And that does it for our half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Porzingis having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Yeah, and it's been fun to watch, partner, because not only is he shooting a high percentage, a good percentage, he's also carrying the team.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. They've got Harrison Barnes, Conley out there with Brown. Then it's Randall, and it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. Spurs leading by 11. The feed to Embiid. Jokic with the steal. One-on-one here. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Hey guys, well, some have nicknamed center Nikola Jokic the Joker, and he does have a lighthearted approach. He said, "This is not a job. I'm enjoying the game like a game of pickup basketball in my hometown." That's the mentality. No pressure. It's just a game. He feels that staying calm helps him succeed. Kevin?
Thanks, D.A.
It's dangerous now letting Embiid get this deep. You're asking to get posterized with the throwdown.
Left side, Brown. Drains it from beyond the arc. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
Michael Conley with excellent vision on that pass.
Teague with the ball. Conley picks him up. Teague kicks to Iguodala. Bounce pass from Williams. Here's Embiid. An easy 2 points on the way. Embiid's got 8 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And he's in a complete groove right now. I don't think they can stop him altogether, but they at least need to make him work a little harder than he has been.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Outside Conley. And here is Brown. He's got 5. Pass to Jokic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Jokic has such nice instincts for a big guy. Knows exactly when to shoot off the catch.
Now here's Porzingis. 16 points for him.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Ball's knocked loose, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And, you know, for Nikola Jokic, I mean, the team is relying on him more and more now, and he's earned that kind of trust, and expectations are big every night. One thing he's got to get better at, though, is not getting down on himself when he makes mistakes. He's got to stay positive.
And talking about Jokic, a fun-loving guy by nature, his teammates are trying to help him stay positive.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes he's his own worst enemy. He gets frustrated, and then things start to unravel on him. His coach said, I don't want him feeling like it's all on him. Can't put that kind of pressure on himself. The message to Jokic, keep it simple. Keep it plain. Don't overthink it.
Now here's Teague. Clock at 6. Takes a 3. It's good from long range. Teague's got 5 points so far.
And, you know, the quickness of Teague's release came into play there. Any hesitation on his jumper, and he might not have gotten it off.
Conley, the pass to Randall, to the middle. Brown, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Porzingis. He's got 16. Down low. That's good from Teague on the assist by Porzingis. And it's 7 points for Jeff Teague.
And every small guy should have this shot. Teague loves the floater. A nearly unguardable shot when he gets it up that quick.
It's stolen by Teague.
And 2 for 1. That's what they'd like to get right now.
That would be ideal, and that's exactly what they'll try to do. They don't need to rush it, just need to get a quality shot, and quickly.
Now here's Iguodala. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 5 on the clock. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at. Don't have to be in a hurry. They can hold for the last one.
That's exactly what they should do. I mean, you don't want to give the opponent another possession here. Make sure you get the last one.
Here's Jokic. And a great job by the D contesting that shot and forcing the miss. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his first foul of the game. The shot, no good. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 10-point lead. And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
Stay aggressive. You need it.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Nets trail by 10. Porzingis is out there with Embiid. Then there's Iguodala. Then there's Teague. And it's Williams at the shooting guard position. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Randall. Here's Conley. And the rejection by Embiid.
That long reach of Embiid is a real asset on defense. Covers a lot of territory and knows how to snuff out shooters.
Teague with the ball. Conley picks him up. Teague kicks to Iguodala. Teague against Conley. A floater, and Teague finishes inside. And the Spurs lead by 10.
That right there is how you pause a defender. You freeze him up. Nice bit of ball handling from Teague right there.
Iguodala against Barnes. Back to Jokic. Barnes outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 7 points for Barnes.
Boy, you got to respect the long-range accuracy of Barnes now. When he gets a little daylight, he's dangerous from the perimeter.
Back to Teague. Iguodala outside. Teague against Conley. Iguodala outside. Over Barnes. Rebounded by the Nets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Brown the pass to Barnes. Brown kicks to Jokic. The Nets working the ball around now. Barnes can't get it to go. Spurs leading by 7. Teague with the ball. Picked up by Brown. Porzingis can't hit.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Back to Brown. Pass to Jokic. Dishes it to Randall. Over Porzingis. That one's rebounded by Embiid. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Teague. Here's Porzingis. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in-the-gym range, if anybody has that.
Conley against Teague. Here's Jokic, and the rejection by Embiid. And he's able to get it back. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Teague kicks to Iguodala. The pass to Embiid. good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And you can see how comfortable Embiid is, feeling like nobody can guard him in the paint. And he's right.
On the wing, Brown wants to get it to Randall and does. Over Porzingis, and the shot is good. The Spurs lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Randall.
And just enough wiggle room to get off his shot.
Yeah, I like the quick release, Greg. He does a nice job getting it up quickly, especially when he's facing a bigger defender.
1:05 left to play in the final quarter. Conley kicks to Randall. Here's Jokic. That shot off. Good D by Embiid. Now Iguodala. Here's Porzingis. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And how much longer are they going to keep that foot on the accelerator?
As long as required, Greg. I mean, you can tell they want to put this thing to bed.
Timeout called, the Nets. They trail by 9. There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Kristaps Porzingis.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Teague against Conley. Out to Porzingis. He feeds it to Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up. Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Outside Teague. And so it's San Antonio with the win. Even early. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this...